Hello, Facebook. Welcome back to another Facebook Live. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kristen Torp, and I am the Program Director of Men's Residential Treatment here at Akua Minds and Body. And today I'm going to be speaking with you about setting intentions. If you are a current client or a past client, you know that this is a topic that I'm really passionate about and that I like to talk about and frequently in the groups that I lead here, because I lead groups at all the different campuses around Akua. I especially like to talk about setting intentions on Monday mornings because it is something that I like to practice in my own life. Setting intentions is a great tool because it can give you purpose. Also, it can give you inspiration and motivation to achieve your purpose. It also can help you to create big changes in your life when you set intentions to do things in a positive way. I know for me, I really got into the practice of setting intentions when I realized that every single week when I look at my planner for the week, because I'm a big planner person, I have a lot going on in my life, and most of us do in this day and age. We live in a chaotic, hectic society, and we're managing and balancing a lot of expectations, a lot of tasks, and we're always on the go in our society. So I know for me, if I sit on Sunday night or Monday morning and look at my planner and see what I have in the week ahead of me, I get really stressed out. I get really overwhelmed because I just have chores I have to do, bills I have to pay, appointments I need to go to, clients I need to see, groups I need to lead, things I need to get done at work, paperwork, just constant tasks and things that need to be accomplished. And when you look at those things, it can feel really disheartening because there's just so many tasks and you're not really creating any space for your feelings. So I started getting into intentions when I realized that I have the power to feel the way I want to feel. And I believe that everyone else out there also has that power. So it's really important, if you're someone who's very busy, to actually set aside time in your schedule to do activities and do things that help you feel the way you want to feel. So for instance, if you want to feel grounded and you want to feel peaceful, yet your schedule is back-to-back booked with appointments, it's really important to set aside an hour for meditation, an hour to take that yoga class, to go and grab coffee with a friend, to sit on your bed and read a book, or go to the beach and look at the water. Just something that contributes to soul time. And what I mean by that is a lot of people really confuse goals and intentions. So I want to explain what an intention is and what the difference is a little bit today. So to me, the most simple way to break it down is I refer to an intention as a goal with soul. So it's more about being than about getting something done. A really great thing with intentions too is they can be set in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. They're not limited at all. So intentions can be set at the beginning of each day. They could be set at the beginning of each week, the beginning of each year. Also, you can set intentions when you go into a yoga class. That's a really helpful tool before you go into a session of meditation, before you go and grab lunch with a friend, you can set an intention in your head to be present and to stay off your phone. You can set an intention to give back and help someone or just make someone smile for the day. There's so many different ways, shapes, and forms to set intentions. In regards to yoga, which is a very common place to set intentions, the intention is usually a way to bring your attention and awareness to a quality or a virtue that you wish to cultivate during your practice, both on and off the mat. So some of the examples for that are patience, gratitude, grace, being in the moment, letting go, awareness of breath, peacefulness, focusing also on inner strength, the ability to be open and receive what the universe might have for you. Also, love is a great intention, forgiveness. So there's many different things that you can do, but especially in yoga, those are some of the ones that I hear that really have been beneficial and helpful for people in their practice. And then they usually receive a lot of good and positive benefits after setting an intention. So some things to do when setting an intention are to make sure that you're keeping it positive. Instead of setting intention, say, my intention is to stop thinking about a stupid person that's been annoying me lately. That is more of a negative way, so that's not really a healthy or helpful intention. It's much more positive to word it in a positive way. So say, my intention is to let things go and to stop ruminating on things that aren't benefiting me or helping me. My intention is to be more positive with my outlook today. Also, make sure if you're setting an intention that it can evolve, because as humans, we're constantly evolving and changing, and we get bored really easily. So just like when you put on some perfume and it smells so strong at first, but after a few days of putting it on, or even after a few hours of wearing your perfume, you start to get nose blind to it, and your brain and your body get used to it. So just like that with intentions, if we keep the same intention, we start to naturally get bored and we might forget about it. So having an intention that you can change and play around with as your day progresses, as your week progresses, can make it much more effective and beneficial. Also, it's really good with intentions to aim for short term rather than long term, even though it can be really good to set an intention for the year or for the week. Aiming for short term and keeping it in the here and the now is much better. So intentions are also, they're really helpful because they really allow us to focus on who we are in the moment, and also to live our lives in accordance with our values and our virtues, which has been proven to really increase happiness and decrease depression and anxiety. So setting intentions is just something that can really create positive benefits in so many different areas of your life. And obviously I'm only talking very briefly on it today. There's many books on intentions. If you look up setting intentions on Google, you can see Deepak Chopra. He has some tips and tools for setting intentions. One of the tools and tips that he uses that I really like and I also use in my life is that he says it's best when you're going to go and set an intention to set it when you're in a place of calm. Because oftentimes if we're anxious or stressed or triggered, we're not really setting intentions or thinking in a clear way that's aligned with our true self. So it can be really helpful to sit and meditate and get grounded before you set an intention. And when we set intentions in a place of calm, they can be so much more effective. And also, it's really helpful when you're setting an intention. Deepak Chopra talks about this also, to detach from the outcome after you've set an intention and to let the universe handle the details. One of the most helpful things, too, that I find about setting intentions compared to setting goals is often when we set goals, if we don't accomplish them or don't meet them, we can feel like we've failed, or even worse, we can identify as a failure ourselves. But when it comes to intentions, it's not so much of a failure. It's just an opportunity to raise your awareness, be more aligned with the underlying things going on in your consciousness, in your subconsciousness, and to also just raise our emotional energy so that we can also raise our physical energy, because it has been proven that when we do think mindfully and raise our emotional energy, that leads to our physical energy changing. And another positive benefit of that is our energy is contagious. So if we're raising our energy level, we can go and make small changes to the world around us, because the butterfly effect, as a lot of you have heard of, is a really powerful thing where a lot of times you might see the issues going on in the world and feel really overwhelmed, especially with the news and the media that's all around us right now. We're constantly seeing bad things going on all around the world, and we can feel really powerless. But the butterfly effect is that by just making a small positive change in yourself, you can begin to make a change in the world, and that change is really contagious. So even setting the intention to just do something positive for the world by making a small change in yourself can be a really powerful intention. Also, just some other intentions might be for people who have some questions about some positive intentions I intend to manifest happiness throughout my day. That can be a really useful, positive one. I intend to focus on inner strength throughout the day. I intend to stop and think before I react to situations today. That can be a really powerful one. Or I intend to love unconditionally throughout my day. Or I think I said this one earlier, but I intend to make one person smile at least once every day. So those are some powerful things too. I would like to hear if anyone is watching or watches in the future, if you guys set intentions or if it's something that you like to do in your life. I know for me, I've found it to be a tool that helps me to increase my positivity, increase my happiness, and lower my anxiety. So hopefully this is something that in the future, if you've learned a little bit about this and you want to research later, that this can be a helpful tool for you. That's about all I have for today. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and I look forward to speaking with you again next time. Thanks so much.